What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel only if you want to. But look, my beautiful people, we got this soft white underbelly video. You know what I'm saying? We got this stripper slash porn star actress, Sommer. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, this is another one of these interviews. Y'all want to see this one, so here we go. Let's get it. Let's get this video right here to 3,000 likes, people.
Like a shoelace. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
Perfect. Will it be muffled or anything?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's not going to be muffled. It's on a thin layer of
Sommer, where are you from?
silk or something.
I'm from San Francisco.
And tell me about your family. You grew up with both your parents?
Yes, I did.
And tell me about your childhood. You're a good kid? Bad kid?
Bad kid. Got in a lot of trouble.
This is gonna be hard, man. Like, I'm be real with you, yo. Like, hold on, pause. It's gonna be tough to like sit through this video, like with her sitting here with like nothing on.
A lot of trouble. I was grounded a lot, but just as I would like sneak out, I had like bad grades, steal, just things like that. Nothing too crazy. But yeah.
And did you finish high school?
I didn't. So like 2 days before, or like a day before graduation, I had my cap and gown and everything, but I was really bad at math. So me failing my math final, basically, I just couldn't graduate. So I was super devastated, super sad. But I did end up going to adult school to get my actual diploma, not my GED.
Okay.
So, but I never really cared for school. I feel like the things that they were teaching, like, I didn't care about any of them. Like, I was obviously good at, like, art, ceramics,
I
all
feel
the
her on
fun
that.
classes, but I was good at English, too. But, like, you know, like, just the harder classes, I just was so, never did my homework, never really took notes. Yeah, so.
I feel her on that though. School ain't for everybody though. Like when I was in school, I feel like it was a waste of my time. It wasn't that I could do the work. I could have had straight A's if I wanted to. It's just that it didn't interest me. I feel like I should have been doing something else even at that young age. Real talk.
And then after high school?
I mean, y'all felt like that.
After high school, where did I go?
Get your
I
education
left my
though.
mom's house like 3 days after I turned 18. So, and then I met a boyfriend, lived with him for 3 years, and that was cool and stuff. But yeah, right before I turned 21, yeah, I kind of just left him and then started doing my own thing.
And what is your own thing?
Her own thing,
So I
huh?
got into porn. So I've stripped a little throughout those 3 years. If me and him were just not working out and I'd go stay somewhere else, I'd be like, cool, let me just go strip really quick. And so I've been in and out, yeah, make some money. And it was fun. It was like exciting, but it was like hard for me. It's a lot of like physical work. There's days where you may not get paid that well. It was just a lot, you know, coming from someone that has had jobs but never really had to have a job. It was like what's the word? It was just frustrating. So yeah, I got into porn. And yeah, it was cool, you know, because when you're the new girl, there's a lot of work for you. I was turning a lot down too, just because I was like trying to kind of keep it a secret and like maintain an image just in case like my parents found out or like my ex found out.
Shit, too late for that?
Yeah, so I mean, so I haven't shot that much as of now. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I mean, now I'm shooting a little bit more, but that's why I'm kind of going back and forth between like dancing or like webcamming, you know, everything within that industry. But I heard these days it's just kind of hard for everyone to make money just off of porn alone, just because of you know, all the pirating and all these other.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Look, man. XNXX, you feel me? Look, man, they got the best video. The plug, man. Look it up yourself. But I'm just saying, yeah, I can see why they don't make money anymore. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't really. Yeah, no one really sells DVDs anymore. Everything is online, so therefore a lot of stuff gets leaked. My stuff's been leaked. I'll look myself up and I'll see like people like screen recording. Like, so you have to watermark. It's just it kind of sucks, but it's kind of cool if you know how to kind of play the game.
Yeah, keep evolving.
Savvy, I guess. Yeah.
What are the best things and the worst things about working in the sex industry?
I think some of the best things are just like the independence and the freedom you get of kind of just like, you know, like today, I'm just like, hey, I got nothing going on. You know, I may have something going on later tonight, but let me just, you know, like the freedom. I could never really see myself working a 9 to 5 again, just because I love the flexibility. Maybe I guess the money when things are going good, because for instance, at a regular job, you're not gonna make, you know, 1,000 or something a day. You're not, and that's also the problem. To where it's like I can't see myself working a regular job again because.
Hey, look, I can agree with her. Like on social media is different, but at the same time, you know, there's nothing wrong with having like a job where you have to clock in at. It just depends on your temperament and how you are about like the things that you want in life, just your lifestyle in general. You know, it could be kind of hard. Like for me, for instance, I couldn't see myself sitting at a desk working a job. I really could.
Like I'd be like, this is it, this is my check, and you know. But so some of the worst things I think are just like the way you get perceived if you're not a stronger person or you don't have a tougher skin. It can be very like detrimental to your mental health. It can be very hard on your body, like I said, your mental health, your relationships outside of the industry. Like I really don't think I'll have a boyfriend for a while, which is I'm totally fine with that now because I've been in like a super long relationship and stuff. But yeah, some people can't handle that. You know, your family may like isolate you, may look at you differently. My family is kind of like, cool, she's making her money, be safe.
So your family knows you're doing this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, some unrelated person was like, is this such and such? And I'm like, weirdo, why are you, you know, can we focus on the fact that he's like watching me and not, you know, I'm an adult, I'm like 22 years old, like I can make my own and I'm safe and I'm doing pretty well. I live in the valley, I don't have any roommates, I have a nice car. So I'm okay, but everyone kind of has a stigma that any girl that's in this industry is like being like sex trafficked or she has a pimp, and it's like, not really. Like, I'm just like a normal girl that likes to just, you know what I mean? I'm
She like to have sex. That's what she talking about. Look, she trying not to say it, but she like to smash. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with liking to smash, man. As long as you out here, you being safe, that's all that matters. Like, everybody is destined to do different things in life. See, I'm not one of these people that's gonna judge you for doing one thing or another. You know, it is what it is. As long as you're happy doing what you're doing, that's all that matters. You know, as long as she's safe, people, that's all that matters. But my question is, could y'all date somebody that is not saying a stripper? Stripper is one thing, but actually doing porn. She's getting like, you know what I'm saying, her sugar walls inserted with all kinds of like, you know, cockroaches. You know, I couldn't deal with that.
I'm open with my sexuality. I always kind of like was like not a sexual person, but it's like I was always using my image somehow to get me somewhere. And I was like, well, why not get paid for it? So, you know, but yeah, so my parents know. And
what was the reaction?
My mom was like, is that what you were doing in Miami when you told me you were modeling? And I'm like, yeah. Like, that was what I was doing. Because I remember I'd come home, I'd leave with like no makeup, and I'd either come home with no makeup again, or I look like really tired and exhausted.
What that ass
and, like,
out.
my hair would obviously not be perfectly straight anymore. Or I'd come home at like 10 at night after leaving at like 7 a.m. or 10 a.m. So I don't know, but I think like now, like she's just honestly glad that like I'm keeping her in the loop, you know, because growing up, like me being in trouble a lot, I wasn't really like, I'm like, I hate my mom and blah, 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 but now it's like, I really am
it's
just
gonna keep
grateful
going?
that she's just like, hey, like what's going on with that, and I'll tell her, you know, and she's not like, am I allowed to cuss?
Of course.
She's not a bitch about it, you know what I mean? I've heard about girls getting like disowned or like, just stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm really grateful for that I don't have to go through that, because it would really suck, you know, so.
Are there drugs things you play around with, or no?
Hmm?
Do you play around with drugs at all?
I smoke weed. I like to drink. I like to drink wine. I'll go out on the weekends, have my little, you know, tequila grapefruit. Like,
But nothing out of control.
no, because I feel like me living alone and, you know, having to, like, always have a good head on my shoulders, I can't afford to, like, not be on my A game, you know? I actually stopped smoking weed a lot because...
And look, y'all probably thinking like she don't got a good head on her shoulders, what she just said. I mean, she knows what she wants in her life. So I guess if it's good for her, then that's, you know, she got a good head on her shoulders. Does that make sense? It makes sense. Stop playing with me.
Would make me just like eat a lot of food and like me being kind of naked all the time. It was not, you know, and it's just, I go through my phases, but You know, I think I'm just also growing up to where I'm like, this isn't really beneficial for me to like smoke weed all day or drink wine all day. Like, you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong, I'll probably get a cocktail after this, why not for lunch? You know what I mean? But like, yeah, there are a lot of girls who
It's
do
like
whatever
that
they have to do.
sometimes.
Like, I believe in doing whatever you have to do to make your money and to get by in life as long as you're safe, but to each his own. But I just also am like a little scared of like being here in LA, like, you never know. Like, you can't just take drugs from anybody. And I'd rather just be safe and,
That's
like,
true.
not do anything at all. Or, you know, so I'll go to the dispensary and get my weed. I don't buy street weed. Or, you know, like, I remember one time I guess I, like, blacked out the second time ever. First time was in high school. I thought I was roofied because, like, I left my drink unattended for, like, the first time ever. I always, because I go out, young, attractive girl, cover my drink or just bring it with me or just leave it there, finish it, leave it, and get another one. And I asked the bartender, can you give me another one? She's like, fine, like being a bitch. And I'm like, do you not realize how many guys are here that could just pop something in my drink? Like, shit like that. So, yeah, I don't know, but I had pre-gamed with wine at my apartment. Then I went out and was doing shots of tequila. So I guess I did black out. My friends were like, you're fine, Summer. Like, you don't remember you threw up in the Uber? And I'm like, what? Like, just stuff like that I don't.
Hey, that wine will get you twisted though. It's like, man, you gotta drink some water, man. I'm telling you, or you'll throw up. Like you drink too much of it, depending on the kind you drink. Especially that red wine, that joint be strong. Hit you right. Boy, that joint hit you. You be in this joint spinning. You know how you trying to go to sleep at night, and you just like, oh my gosh. Like I done been there so many times, bro. Like I done prayed to God so many times, like 200 times. Like I'm never gonna do this again. But the next day, you're right back at this shit again.
Happening because if I don't remember, it's like I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to put myself in danger. Just stuff like that. Like I watch a lot of like crime TV, so kind of scare myself into not doing things like that. So yeah.
Does this career ever get you down?
Yeah, it is pretty like depressing because like for me it's not depressing all the time. There was a point where I was like, why am I not getting any work? Like why are these other girls getting work and I'm not? Like aren't I pretty? Don't I have the look? And like so I would go through like changing my hair, changing my makeup, like changing everything and it still wouldn't work. So there was a point like and that's when I was smoking weed every day and like drinking wine every day and just unhealthy, just like I was also in like a toxic relationship, just like I was not happy. And I just feel like I was also living in Vegas. And so me moving to LA kind of just gave me like a different hope. Like I was just like, look, like I'm here, I'm gonna make the best of it. But I was just like, I can't live like that. Like no one's ever gonna book me if I am not taking care of myself. So it was just, it made me just feel really bad, you know? It made me feel like just really down. But, you know, my thing was, let me take advantage of the new technology, like the premium Snapchat, the OnlyFans, the swipe up features on Instagram, and not focus so much on doing porn. That's when I got back into the stripping. Because that also boosted my self-esteem because I knew I was one of the prettiest girls at the club. And it wasn't just my look, it was just, I was friendly, I was bubbly, I'm not the best at the pole. You know, I'll try and dance when I have to.
Hey, you know what? I was just thinking that too, bro. Like, she look like she's not good at the pole action. You feel me? No pun intended. But, you know what I'm saying? Look, I was thinking that. How many of y'all was thinking that too? She don't look like, nah, she ain't with it.
It's like me, like, not focusing on that 100%. And like putting my energy into something that I could still make money off of, that could boost my self-esteem, make me feel sexy still, that definitely helped me. And then not being in the house all the time, like I have all these little outfits just sitting there, I'm like, let me like go and be like naked and get some compliments, you know what I mean? And get paid for it, you know, because when you're sitting there and seeing all these other girls getting booked, I'm like, and no offense, like they're not always the prettiest girls. I had to get off my phone, I had to get off Twitter, I had to just go live life, so... Yeah. So that's why I dabble a little bit. And even the webcam thing, like there's always something I feel like you can do in this industry. You know, you can't focus on one thing unless you're literally shooting like at least like 6 to 8 times a month at least. You know, and that's not really common for like black girls, I'm realizing either, which is weird because I think we're very popular in pop culture these days. Like a lot of people like emulate our styles. A lot of people want to get the super tan skin and wear bamboo hoop earrings and like, you know what I mean? Get the big butts and yet we're not getting any love in porn. But I'm like, doesn't everybody want to kind of fuck us? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But it is what it is. It's life, you know.
What do you prefer, stripping or porn?
I don't know, because I like the glamour of stripping. There's a glamour to it. Like, I like the sparkly big heels and, like, obviously these outfits and the long, just the majesticness of, like, if you know, like, not like the ratchet stripper, but like Vegas stripper glam. So living in Vegas, it's just like the.
Hey, that's because she said stripping because look, man, a lot of people get it messed up. They think that these porn, they see what happens on porns. They be like this sometimes, and I imagine that can't be too damn fun. You know what I'm saying? I always get that handed to you, and they be, you feel me? They be power driving your ass. So I bet she ain't with that, like, you know what I'm saying, on that time. I know your walls is just like, just about to come crashing down.
You know, there is a glamour to it. So I love that aspect of it. So I think I prefer that, but then I also love how in porn, because I modeled for 3 years normally before getting into any sex work. So I like the aspect of porn where you come get your makeup and hair done, you get your pretty girls, so you like all these free photos. And then, you know, they make you look good most of the time, unless the scene is to make you look like shit. You know what I mean? But, so I like both, but there is that's why I go back and forth. Because I'll always make it glamorous, because that's just the way I like to dress, and like I like to be really girly, but I do prefer porn just because it's less work. It really is less work. Stripping, you have to have a mouthpiece. I can be kind of shy and reserved. Like, I don't bum rush a guy at the ATM. I'll kind of just sit and like, oh, let him come to me, you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I would get a little frustrated and just stop for a while, because it was way more of a hustle. It was way more of like hard work. And then with porn, it's like, hey, set rate, come in, get paid, sign your, and go home. Get fucked and go home. And it sounds a little bad, but it's not. It just sounds a little, just to be, you know, fair, it's not as gruesome as get fucked, go home. It's work, but I would prefer to just be a full-time porn star, but I don't have that luxury right now. So.
All right, Sommer. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
She trying to get that bag off that porn stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do get paid for what they do. You know, I understand when you getting power drive by a fucking 15-inch pole. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, you gotta pay that money up. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all felt about this video right here. I don't feel like she a bad girl for doing what she's doing. Everybody is on their own path to do what they want to do in life. I'm a firm believer in that, man. But at the end of the day, man, hopefully she's safe out here in the world, doing her thing. Wish her the best in everything that she does. Have no ill will, because it's too much going around nowadays with people posting their wills on how you should be in life. You know, like everybody has their own thing. I can't say that enough. Like I always say, spread love, because too much hate in this world. I love you guys. See you on the next video, and I'm out.
I'ma give him time to fold up. She think I'ma flex on her when I roll up. Shit, from the toes up. When it comes to my drip, it's different. Get the bricks, flip it.